Welcome to my third and final for now video for Camtasia Basics, and this is about the animation feature. I'm back to my good old friend the chipmunk right here, and he's going to be my test subject for this video. Now, if you go into the Visual Properties tab, you can see the Add Animation button at the top of the screen. Once you get used to this, it seems simple, but when you're getting started with the animations, it can be a bit confusing, so follow me closely. The moment you click Add Animation, you'll see this appear, this icon, on your image. That means that from the beginning of this image to the big circle on it, or from this little circle actually to the big circle, that's how long the animation will be. You can adjust it by dragging either side. And if you right click on it, you click Edit Animation, and it'll move you exactly to the end, where you can change what happens. In order to have an animation, you must first change something in the video, whether that be size, rotation, position, anything about it. So for now, I'm going to rotate it and move it, and change the size. So if I move it here, I can rotate it, and if you spin it around, it'll do the full spin. And then I'll make it smaller, and I'll move it over here. So throughout the course of this animation, you'll see it spin, get smaller, and move through the corner. And that's the basics of adding animations here. With animations, you can do all sorts of things. Like you can make something fade in and get smaller. You can make a video fade in from being very small, getting larger and fading in. You can change the size of videos on command or images. You can add images. You can add an arrow and have the arrow follow, say, a player in a game, so people will know exactly what he's doing. The possibilities are endless, but be careful. With animations, you have to be very detailed. Sometimes you need to go a split second, add another animation, move it, another second, add another animation, move it. It's very meticulous. So if you want to get the desired effect, that is. So that's pretty much the basics of animations. You can do it with the videos or images, not really with text. Because text you edit separately and you can't really move it around. But now you can see it spin, and now it'll come back to the left. Just like that. And that's the basics of animation. You can also edit the rotation from this position tab here. It's pretty simple, just type in what number you want, it'll rotate it whichever direction you want. It has different types of rotations that you don't normally have too. Like you can change diagonals or sideways, and it'll make it interesting. Like, as you can see, it gets smaller as you aim to the bottom right because of its rotation here. So that's some more advanced stuff. The final thing I'm going to go over for now is the produce and share. This is how you format and render your video in order to upload to YouTube. If you click on this, and then you have to click on this tab here. Do not click share to YouTube. I would recommend saving it to your computer and uploading it separately. Click Custom Production Settings. Click Next, and set it to WMV, Windows Media Video. Or I believe if you're on a Mac, maybe MOV. I don't have much experience in Mac, but I'm pretty sure Mac doesn't have Windows Media Video. So if you're on a Mac, sorry, I can't really help you. Then click Next, and make sure it's set to Camtasia Studio, best quality and file size. Click Next, and click Custom Size. I would recommend setting it to whatever resolution is set up here, which could be 1920 by 1080 or 1280 by 720. Have it set to maintain aspect ratio, that way you won't lose any of the footage and have black bars at the sides. So I reduced the quality to 1280 by 720. This footage was originally 1280 by 720 anyway, so this just makes it how it was originally. Click Next, and I wouldn't recommend changing any of this unless you want to say include your watermark, which is your logo at the corner of the screen. You can do that from here. Uncheck this. This will be checked, I believe, whenever you first come here. Uncheck it, because it'll just save it as an HTML file, and it gets really annoying, and I never use it. If you want to use it, you can keep it checked though. Click Next. Name it whatever you want. Tutorial, I guess. I'll name it. And then click a save location. I have mine set to my desktop. And I'd take off organize produced files in a subfolder, so that'll put them in a new folder named with the same title name. I wouldn't recommend having that on, but if you want to, you can. Post-production options, if you click show production results, that'll just pop up one final screen on Camtasia telling the results of the rendering. I leave that on because it's easy to clear out of. You can turn it off if you want to, and I recommend turning this off too. That'll play the video right away when it's done, and it can get annoying how you're just doing something else while waiting for the video to render and it just pops up all of a sudden and it's really loud. I recommend turning this off too, and then clicking finish will start rendering. And it'll just have the rendering project screen, and it'll load, and when it's done, it'll have a final screen pop up in Camtasia and will tell you, and it'll be saved to wherever you set it to. So, if you find any of these Camtasia tutorials helpful to you, I'd appreciate a like or subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.